Hello, my back to the wall. Hello, my back to the wall. My name is Beast, and today we're back with Kakenuke Seishun Sparking. Yesterday, I found out that apparently my Monster Hunter Wilds runs better than my Baldur's Gate 3 at times. What's going on? I'm scared. I think the Monster Hunter 3 the Monster Hunter Wild should go worse. Anyways, but yeah, quick, there's something I was gonna say, but I can't remember right now. Oh right, apparently this Saturday or Sunday, someone's gonna come and start on setting up my fucking kitchen, because the person that came and for setting up our windows and shit like that, apparently his neighbor is has a lot of experience helping people set up their kitchens. So we just decided, hey, you know what, my family wants me out. So they're just going to pool cash together, so we all just pay for that. Anyways, it feels like there's something I should be saying, but I can't think of anything right now. Who knows? Maybe I'm just slightly. How much alcohol does this have again? It's just, this should not have any effect on me. Maybe it's just a mixture of the tired and the alcohol that's causing me to fuck up here. Oh well. Members of the youth collective gathered together to Hibiki's call.
現在時刻9時50分。開催まであと10分ね。最後の確認をするわよ。各人、連絡事項よろしく。では、広報班から。校門を確認してきましたが、かなりのお客様が待っていました。ざっと数えただけでも50人くらいでしたね。
That's not a lot of people.
朝からそんなに？はい、大盛況です。リリーたちの宣伝のおかげね。ありがとう。
今の時間はじいちゃんばあちゃんが多いみたいだ。結構暑くなるみたいだし、重点的に見回りするぜ。
この様子だと日中から夕方、かなりの来場が見込まれます。皆さん、気を引き締めていきましょう。わかった。スタッフのみんなにも伝えておく。遅れてた野外ステージの準備は30分前に完了したっす。音響テストもバッチリっすよ。柊さんにはステージで撮影係をしてもらう予定っす。 T シャツ班はもうやることがないので。あ、しおりが持ってるそれゴーパラでしょ。結構高かった気がするんだけど。とある筋から入手しました。
それにしても柊デザインのこの T シャツ、全員で着ると壮観だよな。
うん、ワンチームって感じ。響さんではないですけど燃えますよね。暑苦しいのは小日向先輩のお箱なんすけど、今日だけは便乗させてもらうっす。いいわよ、みんなも暑苦しくなっちゃえ。
Everyone laughed at Hibiki's cheer.
からは何かある
Setup went well, and I gave the headmaster an update on our progress. She has officially given us the green light to open.
まあ当然よね。
Any incidents or important messages will come in from the staff Lin group chat, so be sure to check your phones periodically.
わかりました。
We've established a tent near the school building as communications HQ. Hibiki and I, as well as any members of the with downtime, should be there. Should go there and be on standby. We'll be ready to mobilize if anything comes up, so don't hesitate to contact someone.
いいわね、出動。燃えるわ。
Mobilize, engage. I still hope that the next fucking episode of the Sky Striker thing is not just 4 minutes. Either that or... Because here's the thing. The Sky Striker is like very popular. Because like there's also already a manga for that covers it a little bit. Based on what I've seen, it doesn't really have that much. If you wanted like an actual continuity with like a lot of content, you can make like a full like 12 episode anime for like full length. Go for World Legacy or Abyss lore, or even fucking Visa Starfrost lore. Like, it feels like there's not that much material with just Sky Striker. Actually, no, let me just... Hold on. There should probably be a lore document for Sky Striker. Like, is there anything... Because, like, I don't know anything past when Ray saves... Fucking... The other one, hold on. Sky Striker. Main deck monsters... There's only Ray and Rose. Yeah, that's the name. Rose. Sky Striker. Lore. Or this is not what I'm trying to look for. Storylines, there we go. Sky Striker finish line. New Sky Striker Ace. That there is literally nothing past Ray saving Rose that is being essentially forced to pilot Sky Striker Ace Zeke. Like, and then immediately the next article moves on to fucking Endymion, which already has more. Like, especially since apparently the fucking invoked archetype is also part of Endymion, same as the spellbooks. Like, the witchcrafters are apparently part of it as well. I'm getting distracted again. Alright, big the usual if you would. Biggie looked around.
みんなの頑張りはもちろんだけど、協力してくれた人たちがいなかったら、とても開催までこぎつけることはできなかったわ。まずは自治会の会長さん、そして自治会の皆さん、私たちのアイディアに乗っかってくれてありがとう。いえいえ、こちらこそありがとう。こんな素敵な形に作り変えてもらって光栄です。野外ステージを貸してくれた海の家のモテギ、あんたもありがとね。いいってことよ。今度デートしてくれ。悪いわね。もう恋人いるから無理よ。マジかよ。ちくしょう。
Sorry, Motegi.
それから射的のおっちゃん、いろいろ面倒見てくれて本当にありがとう。響ちゃんだから手貸したんだぜ。ま、今日もまた人稼ぎさせてもらおうか。キクコさんと老人ホームのみんなも急なバザーのお誘いに乗ってくれてありがとね。
生きているうちにまたこんな楽しそうな催しに参加できるなんてありがとう、響さん。
それから急なフェスのスタッフの誘いに乗ってくれたみんなも本当にありがとう。イエーイ。それからついでに学園長も風見フェス許可してくれてありがとね。
はいはい、怪我とか事故とか気をつけてね。
あとは青春部のみんな、まずはリリー。はい、頑張りましょう。しおり、 やりますよ。ナギ、
どんと任せて。
神楽坂、
よっしゃ、やったるぜ。
キッカ、
ミス、やりましょう。
リツ、頑張るよ。ユ
Finally time, huh? Everyone's hearts and eyes that collected on Hibiki.
ウ、それじゃあみんな風見フェス絶対に成功させるわよ。風見学園青春スパーキン。
皆様お待たせいたしました。これより風見フェスを開催いたします。
The final big event of the summer had finally begun. The Kazumi Festival.
すごいわ、続々と来てるわね。自治会の皆さんと一緒にチラシを配った甲斐がありました。
People were still pouring in 30 minutes after opening. Hibiki and I, as well as Kashima, stayed behind at HQ. Hideki and Hijiti went to the outdoor stage, while the rest were patrolling the event grounds. And we got a message from the Residents
なん
Association.
だって？
More guests came than expected and they need help.
わかった。私が行ってくるわ。あ、それなら私も。リリは何かあった時のためにここで待機してて。ユウはここを離れられないからね。
Our headquarters was designed to be a contact point for all sectors of the festival, as well as perform intelligence gathering. It was effectively a control tower. Go ahead, I'll inform you if something comes up.
任せといて。響さん、張り切ってますね。
Yeah, more than anything, she seems like she's having a good time.
来たわよ、自治会長。
ああ、響ちゃんですか。見てくださいよ、この行列。
Unlike the large, full-blown stall solicited and prepared by the colleagues of the target practice attendant, he was running a much smaller table. Maybe partly because it was a familiar face among the locals, there was quite a line at the Resident Association's food stalls.
響ちゃん。
Pizza had already shown up to provide support and was frankly packing bags with yakitori and akisoba.
忙しいよ。誰か手伝ってくれないかな。ナギに聞いてみるわ。ダメね。今は手が空いてる人がいないみたい。そっか。あ、ちょっと待ってて。
Hibiki zeroed in on a group of male students and rushed over to them.
あんたたち暇？
何？もしかしてデートのお誘い？逆なん？
ある意味そうね。
マジで？俺暇だぜ。
よかった。じゃあちょっと来て。
ああ、でも俺たち今並んでるんだけど。
後でいっぱい食べさせてあげるから。
Hibiki dragged the boys over to the stall.
じゃあ手伝って。行列を見ればわかるでしょ。すごく忙しいの。
いやデートじゃないよねこれ。
ピークが過ぎるまででいいので手伝ってくれると。
そう言われてもな。
いいじゃない。せっかくの夏休みでしょ。あんたたちもただ食べるだけじゃなくて参加する側に回ってみない？さあ、私たち青春部と一緒に青春しましょう。
そうだな。やるか。
袋入れるの手伝うよ。
ありがとうございます。二人ともよろしくね。
これが終わったらデートしてくれるんだよな。
悪いわね。私もう彼氏いるから。
はあ？
じゃ、ここは任せたわよ。
足りない人員を現地調達ですか。さすが響ちゃんです。これはまたゆうくんと語り合いたいことが増えましたね。
I like the fact that the fucking association president and you just have like this fucking these small gatherings where you just fucking essentially verbally glaze Hibiki in her absence.
戻ったわよ、ユウ。
It works, so to do this to you the second you get back, but you've got a problem. There's apparently some rough customer picking a fight with the shopkeepers at the
わ
bazaar.
かった。行ってくる。
いやだからさ、この小物がこの値段ってのはありえねえっしょ。
Hibiki soon discovers the young man was picking a fight with an elderly woman acting as a shopkeeper at the bazaar.
でも私はその値段で売りたいと思う。
はあ？物の価値くらい分かれ。
はいはい。そこのお兄さん、ちょっといい？
ああ？んだよ。
ここは学園のバザーよ。 あんまり物々しいのは勘弁してほしいんだけど。
せえな。あれはこのババアと値段の交渉してるだけだ。
まあフリマやバザーで値段交渉はよくあることよね。それ自体を咎める気はないわ。でもね、脅したり威圧したりするのはダメでしょ。
知らねえよ。勝手にこのババアがビビってるだけだろ。
The young man cackled flippantly without a shred of remorse.
あ、そう。二人とも今の話どう思う？
ああ、なるほどな。その話興味あんな。おい兄ちゃんよ、ちょっと面貸せよ。裏で話しようや。あんちゃんさ、お祭りってのは楽しくやんなきゃ。
they have the end with the mafia.
あ？そうだろ？
なんだよあんたら。
Guy was clearly feeling overwhelmed when he was approached by the man who ran the target practice stall and an aggressive-looking Mutegi.
脅したり威圧したりするのはダメ。わかった？
わかったよ。
The dejected-looking young man quickly made a break for it.
ありがとうね。
Not ick.
助
I mean,
かったわ。
what he's doing was an ick, I guess you could say. You know, among all the icks that I've seen on the list that someone has decided to make for the fun of it, try to extort older women is probably the most reasonable one. God, I remember, like, what was one of them? Like, literally just, like, when they're single. It's just like, what the fuck do you want from us? Oh, God damn it, hold on. Like, now I'm curious, hold on, let me just, boop. Like, what's currently on the ick list? Come on, there should be like an actual like list you can open for this, instead of having to fucking go through these one by one. No, well, can't find anything like that. Oh, I still have the how Shota players wake up video from yesterday open. Still never considered that it might have been a fucking Red Muffler Man video. Like, I know Red Muffler Man from the fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Videos. Like fucking Weevil playing Chat Tricks versus Joey and shit like that.
ごめんね、おばあちゃん。怖い思いをさせて。
大丈夫よ。あなたが響ちゃんね。
あれ？私のこと知ってる？
ええ、菊子さんから話を聞いているわ。本当に優しくて強くて素敵な子ね。
照れるな。とにかくおばあちゃんも風見フェス楽しんでね。戻ったわよ、
Good work. How did everything go?
ゆう。柄の悪い男がお店のおばあちゃんにイチャモンつけてたわ。
Seriously, what
モ
happened?
テギと射的のおっちゃんを連れてったら尻尾巻いて逃げてったわよ。
Ah, yeah, anyone would run from that. Those two look terrifying.
さあ、他には何かない？
Yeah, there sure is. We got one report of a lost child, and his parents are waiting for him by the staff
わ
room.
かった。私が探しに行ってくるわ。ゆう、戻ったわよ。まだ何かある？
I received word from Kaido that one of the staff collapsed from heat
みん
stroke.
な水分補給はしてるの？
Senpai's addressing it, so I assume they are.
心配ね。私、水と塩飴を配ってくる。そろそろお昼の時間だけど、みんなの昼食は？
We have enough lunchbox prepared for the staff. The thing is, I'm not sure what happened, but we saw him ended up with more staff than we started with and don't have enough food.
ああ、それ私がそこら辺でスカウトしたからかも。
Come on.
大丈夫よ。足りない分は私が用意するから。
Weather report says it's supposed to be over 35 degrees this afternoon.
それ野外ステージの観客は大丈夫？
I do think it'll be quite hot.
あ、そうだ、いいこと思いついたわ。茂木にパラソル出せないか聞いてくる。
That was roughly how the day went. Whenever trouble popped up, Hibiki ran to the sea and resolved everything in no time at all.
ただいま戻りました。
Now welcome back.
響さんは
Ran off again.
またですか？あの人、もう4時間以上動きっぱなしですよ。
I suggested taking a break, but she said she was fine.
凄まじいバイタリティですね。
Beats me. What did you have to eat to become like her?
暑かったっす。戻りました。
Welcome back. Time for a break. The staff members looked about, ready to take breaks of their own, and had taken seats at HQ to relax.
ミス。まあ30分後には午後の部の準備で戻るんすけどね。
How's the outdoor stage
いやー、
doing?
楽しいっす。野外ステージの司会を任せてくれた部長には感謝しかないっす。
Oh yeah, has Hibiki not visited the
来
stage?
たっすよ。観客さん、炎天下で暑いしずっと見てるのは辛いだろうなって思ってたんすけどね。小日向先輩がいきなりパラソル配り出して、さらに水とかアイスの注文販売を始めたんすよ。おかげで客席は一休みしたい人で埋まってるっす。かなり盛り上がってるっすよ。
Glad to hear
た
that.
だ青春シャウトに出演予定の人が一人ドタキャンしちゃったんす。思ってたより人が多くて無理かもってことで。
What's the plan to handle
小
that?
日向先輩に相談したら、分かった、なんとかするって言ってたんで、お任せ状態っすね。まあ小日向先輩だから心配はしてないっす。
I told her to let me know if anything came up, too. She was trying to take on too much all by herself.
柊さんはステージの撮影でしたよね。撮影の方はどうですか？聖さんの MC トークが上手くて驚きました。ただいじり芸が多いのでコンビを組んだ方がいいかもしれません。マジっすか？いじられ役とペアでデビューがいいってことっすね。遠野先輩、ものは相談なんすけど。
Denied.
まだ何も言ってないじゃないっすか。
We'll absolutely pass on forming a duo with you.
そんな絶対相性いいっすよ。
I feel like you have better chemistry with fucking Shinji.
相方になってくださいよ、いじられ芸人の遠野先輩。
What are you calling a heckle comedian? Being out by Ijin in front of a camera would be pure torture. It's standing that more than
い
anything.
やよいやよ、もう好きなうちって言うじゃないっすか。
Hey, let go of me, it's too hot for that. Tore Hijiri off after she wrapped her arms
あ
around
ん
my
た
neck.
たち何イチャついてるの？お、カイドウ先輩お疲れ様っす。はあ、さすがに昼過ぎになると暑いわね。
They're taking a break too.
ちょっと休んだらまた見回りしてくる。
What happened to the staff member who collapsed from heat stroke?
今保健室で寝てるわよ。ただお客さんの中にも熱中症っぽい人がいてね、無理を言って保健の先生に来てもらったわ。
Really, I'm surprised they
呼ん
came.
だのはもちろん響よ。あの子人たらしよね。本当そういうことには天賦の才があると思う。
Believed it was one of her more incredible abilities.
自分ちょっと思ったんすけど、もし小日向先輩が男だったら優しくてかっこよくて頼りがいがあってめっちゃいいと思いません？ああ、確かに響っていい男だよね。気も利きますし、多少強引ですけどぐいぐい引っ張ってくれて最高ですよね。私も小日向先輩が男性だったら惹かれると思います。ここにいる全員小日向先輩に食われちゃうっすね。小日向響ハーレムエンド確定っす。やめなさいって。それに引き換え遠野先輩と来たら。
I stopped that, don't compare, so it'll make me feel pathetic. Yeah, compared to Hibiki, I fell short all around, but I had pride too.
まあでも遠野くんがダメってことはないですよ。遠野先輩には遠野先輩のいいところがあると思います。自分も遠野先輩は別の意味で好きっすよ。
Really?
いじられ芸人としては優秀っす。
Alright, you want to take this out back to the gym real quick?
告白されちゃうっす。遠野、大人げないわよ。
Nah, she's not taking her upperclassmen seriously, so I'm gonna whip her into shape.
言いたいことがあるならみんなの前で言った方がいいと思います。そうっすよそうっすよ。
Duh. Jido's getting swept up at the moment, and I wanted to teach her what happens when she makes fun of an upperclassman. Hey, Jidi. Grab her for me by both shoulders.
なんすか？
Like you. I want you to be my first mistress.
いやいやいや、何言ってるんすか？
She was confused and overwhelmed.
マジっすか？
Yeah, of course.
ごっくり。
I'm kidding. You and my mistress are to refuse even if you asked me. Lost your nerves, right, idiot?
当の先輩のくせにブラフとか生意気っすよ。
Ah, that felt great.
あれ？
Kashima was looking over towards the school gate.
今のって響さん？
A fucking course. Of course, she walks in on the most awkward moment
や
possible.
っと片付いたわね。
It was 2 in the afternoon and well past lunchtime by the time I finished putting out fires.
そろそろみんなが休憩に入る時間か。ジュース買っていってあげようかな。
They probably brought their own already, though. I should just buy one for you. Hey, Jidi.
なんすか？
I like you. I want you to be my first mistress.
いやいやいや、何言ってるんすか？
For a moment, I was startled.
マジっすか？
Of course.
ごっくり。
I'm kidding. You, my mistress, I'd refuse even if you asked me.
知ってる知ってる。
I mean, at least she heard the I'm kidding part and therefore is aware this was not serious. It's just, it's still conflicting to hear, even if she knows it was just a joke.
だってユウ、あんたは私の恋人だもんね。わかってる。わかってる。
Ah, there it was again. The glow on my heart was growing larger. I knew perfectly well you wasn't sort of person to cheat or have mistresses.
そうよ。私があんたとどれだけ一緒にいたと思っているの？
I trusted you, didn't have a shred of doubt in him. But then, why did I feel this way? Why were my thoughts a mess picturing things I didn't need to see?
ああ、もう。
I fled from the
何
scene.
なのよ、この気持ちは。
I gritted my teeth and ran. I couldn't control my own emotions. This had never happened before. Just like that, I ran at top speed. If I knew it, I was at the school gate.
もう。何よ、まったく。
I was out of breath and my mind was in a daze. I finally opened the drink I had bought for you and poured it down my throat. Not gonna be just opens the drink, just fucking just pours it over herself. Breathed heavily and recalled memories of the old days when my consciousness began to fade. She passed out. Back to the time you drowned in the ocean, I heard he wasn't conscious. Feverishly ran all the way to the coast, pushed through the adults and stood at Yu's side. His face was pale and he lay there limp.
嘘でしょ。ねえ、ユウってば。
お嬢ちゃん下がってて。
うるさい、うるさい。ユウは私が助けるの。
I clung to him and made sure the adults knew I was serious.
もう彼は息をしていないんだ。
嘘よ。それじゃあ、ユウ。
I peeked at his face.
起きて。ねえ、起きてよ、ユウ。
Remember the rhythm. Ha, 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 ha.
あんた言ったじゃない。私を守れるようになるって。私と釣り合う男になって。誓うって。私と結婚するって言ったじゃない。
Even as I shouted into his ear, he didn't
なの
move.
に。こんなのってないよね、ユウ。あの時の約束はどうなるの？死んじゃったらもう何もできないよ。もう一緒に遊べないし、楽しいこともできない。大人になることも、結婚することだって。
I couldn't say anything further. The tears just kept on spilling one after
お願い、
another.
神様、ユウを返して。私のユウを返してよ。
I prayed to the torii gate that floated in the
だから
ocean.
言わない。ただユウが
that meant we couldn't be together as husband and wife, I didn't care.
返
So,
してくれたら私がユウを守る。絶対こんなことにならないように私が何でもするから。私がユウを幸せにしてみせるから。お願い、ユウを返してよ。
I screamed my heart out in that moment. Yosha seemed to sparkle. At that time, Yu's body moved slightly.
まだ息があるぞ。心配させ。急げ。
The rescue workers quickly performed CPR, prayed that Yu would be saved. Time seemed to pass in a daze as I prayed. And Yu began to breathe again. Yep, there's some magical bullshit happening. Hey, Biggie.
何よ。
Is it really okay for us to run away from home? The night in the house we claimed as our own on the beach, you and I had to run away from home. Parents had considered how I felt about moving and changing schools.
ここには私の大切なものがあるの。だから転校なんて絶対に認めない。
If we changed school, I couldn't be with you anymore. I wouldn't let that happen. After all, I had sworn to God that I would protect you. That I would do anything to keep him out of danger. That would make sure he found happiness. God had granted my wish. That meant I had a responsibility to stay by Yu's side and protect them. I had a responsibility to watch over you so he could live a fun, happy life. In the end, I wound up moving with my parents. Still fairly young at the time, didn't have the wisdom or capabilities to act on my own opinions. It was frustrating, which was why I worked hard to become stronger. I had made up my mind to become a hero for Yu's sake.
そうよ。私はヒーローなんだから。
So I would never whine. I had to be the fun, cheerful, energetic girl to push you further. I couldn't waver. If I did, it would make you uneasy. I couldn't feel jealousy or dissatisfaction. I couldn't let you perceive any of those emotions. I would do anything if you would survive and be happy for me. That was what I said, what I had said to God. I was my usual lively, positive, and overwhelmingly energetic self. You know? Very nice, general motivation for a character. If it literally fucking showed in any of her actions before they started going out. Because sure fucking didn't. Why'd I put this back on? That was who Kohinata Hibiki was. The superhero that would save you. Hibiki man. Heroes never cried in front of others. They couldn't let people see their weak side, no matter how painful or stressing things got. Couldn't be swept away with these ugly emotions that bubbled up inside me. I absolutely could not give in to myself.
ヒーローは誰にも絶対に負けちゃいけないんだから。
But emotions that I had to acknowledge were becoming jumbled around in my heart.
ねえ、私、もしかしてすっごい雑な女だと思われてる？
There are people who get things done on a large scale, and then there are those who take on smaller tasks and do them at a slow, steady pace. The world needs both.
なるほどね。だったら私はでかく動かしたいわ。
I'm sure you do.
でもユウが忙しくて大変なのに何もできないっていうのはもどかしいわね。ねえユウ、もっと私を頼りにしてよ。そんなに私って役に立たない？
Didn't you also say that people should just do what they're best suited for? I rely on you plenty to help with the bigger things. Those were the only times you would rely on me. The other times it was messy, obnoxious, and overwhelming to have around.
ねえユウ、まだ終わらないの？
Collaboration conversation is ongoing between all sorts of people up until the day of the event, and I'm sure it'll stay that way until it's over.
じゃあ私とのデートは？
Be patient.
しょんぼり。ユウってさ、私がいなくても全然平気だよね。私は毎日でもユウと一緒にいたいのに。
No, we are together every
そ
day.
れは私が会いに来てるからでしょ？
I visited him because I wanted to be with you at all times, but he had never said he wanted to see me even once.
結局、全部私の独りよがりなのかな。
Hot droplets spilled without end. I couldn't let anyone see me be weak and shedding tears, but I couldn't stop them from running down my cheeks. The time I felt afraid had unexpectedly come. The time I had spent with you was irreplaceable, like a treasure, but you didn't feel the same way, did he? If that were true,
あ
then I...
らあら、どうしたの響さん。
I heard a voice. I quickly turned around to find...
どうぞ。
Hikuko gently handed me a handkerchief.
キクコさん、ありがとう。
どうしたの？何かあったの？
ううん、なんでもないの。ちょっと感情が高ぶっちゃって。
Nah, it was careless of me to be seen by someone I knew. Need to set those thoughts aside and
何
fast.
か辛いことがあったのね。
え？
あなたのように強い人が涙を流すなんてよほどのことでしょう。もしよかったら私に話してくれないかしら。響さんにはいっぱいお世話になったから何かお返しできないかとずっと思っていたの。
でも
今見たことも聞いたことも誰にも言わない。年寄りのわがままだと思って何か思うことがあるなら話してみてください。
キクコさん。
Ordinarily, I may have replied with a carefree laugh and told her everything was fine, but I couldn't do that right now.
あのね、私本当は嫌な女なの。
I relayed all the stagnant emotions swelling up inside me. She smiled calmly and listened as I poured my heart out.
ありがとうね、響さん。
軽蔑したでしょ。
いいえ、あなたはとても素敵ですよ。
そんな、こんな嫌なことを考える人間が素敵なわけないじゃない。
あなたが感じた気持ちは人間なら誰もが持っているものよ。それらの感情を抱かずに生きていける人間なんてこの世のどこにもいません。
Hold on, which... Carl Gustav Jung. There we go, that's the one. Someone needs to fucking show her a book on the shadow. get some Carl Gustav Jung in her fucking life.
でも
人は誰でも弱い部分を持っているものなの。だからね、たまには弱音を吐いてもいいのよ、響さん。
キクコさん。
I heard Kiku's mild-mannered voice. It felt like my messy feelings welling up inside my heart were slowly
響
dissipating.
さん、あなたには将来を誓い合った男性がいるんでしょ。そして彼とのことで悩んでいるのよね。
うん。
私も夫がいるのだけれど、夫婦というのは互いに支え合わないといけないの。
Yeah, like funny that she said earlier that it's one-sided, considering, yes, it is very one-sided, considering that she literally refuses to let him help her, really. Because, like, she's got to be, like, the strong hero that protects him, but refuses to show any kind of weakness, so the man can't do it back. Like, so it's literally one-sided in that way. It's just, like, you know, the opposite of what she fucking assumes.
片方がもう片方に支えられっぱなしじゃうまくいかないんです。だからね、響さん、もし自分が弱っている時は相手に支えてもらいなさい。今まであなたが頑張って支えてきた分、うんと甘えさせてもらいなさい。
でも そんなことしたら嫌われない？
あなたが弱っている時にそれを受け止める度量のない男なんてあなたにはふさわしくないわ。あなたの見初めた男性はそんなに弱い人なの？
ユウはそんな人じゃない。
だったら彼を信じなさい。信じて彼に支えてもらいなさい。そうして彼があなたの支えを必要とするときには全力で支えてあげればいいの。それが夫婦というものです。
それが夫婦。
Looks like I'd seen the light.
そっか。甘えてもいいのかな。
彼があなたの思う通りの人ならきっと彼もそれを望んでいるはずよ。
He 100% should fucking know, considering that he literally, as a child, said that he wouldn't marry her right then and there because he needed to become a man worthy of her that could protect her. Clearly, the man wants to do for her what she does for him. You wanted me to rely on him too, really? I don't know that.
信じてみる。
Relying on you wasn't like me at all. But if it were a choice between a you that would support me when I was at a loss and one who wouldn't, I hoped it would be a you who would support me. Yes, I would trust
あ
him.
りがとう、キクコさん。もう大丈夫よ。なんかいろいろ吹っ切れたかも。
響さんのお役に立てたならよかったわ。長く生きてた甲斐がありました。
何言ってるの。もっともっと長生きしてよ。
Okay, with this setup, there better be like an after-credit scene with them like married down the line. If not, I will find the writers and shoot them in the head. Checked my phone when it started to ring. Kika had messaged me on Lynn regarding filling the vacancy on the youth in the youth shout off. It's been more than half an hour since the first question came in, and multiple people had sent several follow-up questions since.
やば、忘れてた。あ、ごめん、キクコさん。後で必ずお礼するから。
いいのよ。いってらっしゃい、響さん。
Wiped the tears away with my t-shirt and ran off at full speed. Going to depend on you with all my strength, so please. I hope you'll accept me. Hibiko's not responding. There was a vacancy at the youth shout-off, and according to Hijiri, Hibiki was nowhere to be found. Nearly half an hour had already passed since then. I tried to get in touch with her multiple times over Lynn and by phone, but my attempts to reach her had gone
大
unanswered.
丈夫でしょうか、響さん。
Can't imagine Hibiki would abandon the festival to go off somewhere. We need to search the venue as we speak, so let's wait for her to hear. Let's wait to hear what she says. What's Hibiki doing and where? Hope nothing had happened to her. Her cheers off in the distance, followed by someone shouting through the speakers.
野外ステージ盛り上がってるわね。
If all was going accordingly with the program, then the youth shout off should have been underway about now.
青春シャウト、欠員が出たと言ってましたけど、大丈夫でしょうか。まあ、そん時は自分が何とかするっす。司会進行として腕の見せ所っすね。
Why does she have such a good Hijiri?
とかひじりが言ってたから大丈夫だと思うけど。あ、今のすごくひじりさんっぽいです。カイドウ先輩、モノマネがうまいんですね。そうかな。
Try to imitate Hibiki next.
みんな、この夏は一度きりよ。青春しなさい。こんな感じ。そっくりですね。
Sounds too tense for Hibiki.
さすが恋人。毎日一緒にいるトーノには通じないか。
While they chatted amongst themselves, Ritsu rushed into the HQ tent. What's up? Don't tell me this. Did something happen to Hibiki? Awful mental images cross my mind.
ついて聞いて、お兄ちゃん。実はね、青春シャウトの途中で、響ちゃんが野外ステージに乱入してきたの。
Ah! What's she doing?
どういうことなの？私は途中までしか見てないんですけど、どうやら響ちゃんも青春シャウトに参加するみたいです。でも響さん、前に自分は参加しないとか言ってませんでしたっけ？
Maybe she decided to cover the vacant slot. Even if that was the case, what in the world was she thinking? First radio silence, then barging in on an event?
それでね、日 じりさんがお兄ちゃんを呼んできてって言うから戻ってきたの。
Why call for me?
さあ、理由は聞かなかったけど、とにかく行こうよ。響ちゃんが舞台に立つんだし。
Sighed and shook my head. Hibiki left me in charge of HQ. I can't leave. Hibiki was safe, no problem there, right? I had envisioned several terrifying scenarios, including one where she had collapsed from heat stroke and had been carried to the nurse's office. I was relieved there that she was not the case. Good job, Itsu. Why don't you take a short break?
お兄ちゃん行かないの?
I can more or less imagine what Hichi is trying to accomplish. Now that Hibiki is in the youth shut-up, she's gonna try and heckle me like crazy and say things like, your lover boy came to get ya.
しょうがないよ。お兄ちゃんのいじられ芸人なんだから。
Hey, little sister, value your brother's pride.
でもひじりさんは絶対に連れてくるようにって。
Not interested. I'd rather not be made fun of in front of an audience. The moment I said that, I heard a noticeably loud shout. I heard Hibiki's voice that sounded like it would reach as far as Kazami's ocean. Okay, now it makes sense. Like, I don't know why, but all I can imagine. This has instrumental opening energy. All I imagine is just like she fucking shouts that she has something to tell him, and you just says there. Okay, now it makes sense. I should probably go. Yeah.
彼女はなんとこの風見フェスの立案をした我らが青春部の部長さんっす。部長がいなかったら風見フェスは間違いなく開催されてなかったでしょう。まさに本日の主役にして立役者。そんな彼女の青春の雄たけび聞かせていただきましょう。小日向響さんっす。
With Kika's introduction, I stood at center stage. My heartbeat felt awfully loud and my hands were trembling. I've been actively avoiding this very thing from happening. All the feelings and emotions I pushed away were buried deep down in my heart and were quickly rising to the surface. But I had made up my mind. I decided to trust you, so I couldn't run away anymore.
最初に言っておくと、今から私が叫ぶことはすごく個人的なことよ。青春部の部長としてとか、学園の生徒を代表してとか、私の小日向響のごく個人的なこと。今までずっと自分の中にしまっておいたものをみんなの前で言おうと思ってる。
I don't know why, but like, all I imagine is just like she shouts everything out and just finishes right before he arrived, so he couldn't like intervene anymore. Essentially, like all he does is just wordlessly get up on stage, pick her up over his shoulder, just walk off. Like, okay, yeah, we're going to just like retreat into like some classroom, so we do not have to deal with people until this festival is over. Because I do believe that I'm going to die of embarrassment if anyone talks to me now.
だから聞いてる人はあんまり面白くないかもね。わがままに聞こえたり、独りよがりに聞こえたりすると思う。それは当然よ。私だって分かってるから誰にも言わないで自分の中にしまっておいた。そうやって弱い自分を隠してきたの。でもね、そういうことをみんなの前で吐き出すのが青春シャウトって企画だから、私の弱いとこも汚いとこも恥ずかしいとこも全部みんなの前にさらけ出すわ。だから聞いてお願い。
Shout especially loudly, perfect as it lit a fire under me to go for it. With the cheers were back, I took in a deep breath.
どうのイエーイ。私はあなたに言いたいことがあります。
Pushed my voice to its limits to reach you, I shouted as hard as I could.
私の恋人よ。小学生の頃からの幼馴染で、この夏やっと思いを伝えて言うと恋人になれました。すっごく嬉しいです。でもずっと一緒にいたからこそ言えないというか、どうしても甘えられなくて。私もともと甘えるのとか下手だか ごめん。でもユウ、どうしてもあんたに言っておきたいことがあるの。
それはなーに
もっと私に好きって言ってよ。どうのユウ、私はあんたのことが好きよ。大好き。世界で一番あんたのことを愛してる。あんたの幸せが私の幸せなの。あんたがいないと私の幸せなんて成り立たないの。それくらいあんたが好きなのよ。ユウ、なのにあんたはどうして好きって言ってくれないの。あんたが私のことを好きでいてくれてることくらい分かってるわよ。でもね、私だって女の子なの。ちゃんと口にしてくれなきゃ、目の前で言ってくれなきゃ不安になるの。ねえユウ、私にとってあんたは一番よ。でもあんたはどうなの。本当に私が一番なの。私はね、ユウ、あんたにとっての一番でいたいの。私だけを見てほしいの。もっと私を見てよ。私だけを見ててよ。たまには他の子を見てもいい。でもそれ以上に私を見てよ。私のことをもっともっと好きになってよ。あんたが他の子に気があるかもって思ったら胸が苦しくって不安でたまらなくて、たったそれだけのことで一晩中眠れないんだから。私の気持ちに気づいてほしいなんて言わない。めんどくさい子にはなりたくないから。だから私は元気で明るくて暑苦しい子でい続ける。これからもずっとそうするつもりよ。ユウ、あんたは私を気遣ったりしなくていいの。だからせめて毎日好きって言ってよ。私のこと大事だって言ってよ。
Fucking confuse people and make the tears version the fucking thumbnail.
お前が一番だって私の目を見て言ってよ。
I just became glossy as I
もっと
shouted.
私に会いたいって言ってよ。私は毎日ユウに会いたくてたまらないのに、少しでも1分1秒でもユウと一緒にいる時間を増やしたいって思ってるのに、もっと私を求めてよ。必要だと思ってよ。
You know, like this entire thing would hit a lot harder if, like, the reason that he hasn't been essentially having like as much private couple time with her wasn't literally her fault, with her essentially just starting the festival thing like this. First off, this late with this fucking little prep time, and then making him literally the person with the most fucking work essentially.
ユウが頼りにしてくれたらどれだけ辛いことだって楽しくなるのに、ユウの役に立てるならそれだけで生きててよかったって思えるくらい嬉しいのに。ねえユウ、私はあんたじゃなきゃダメなの。私はユウしか見えないの。私の恋人はユウ、あんたしかいないの。ユウの代わりなんて世界中のどこを探したって絶対のどこにもいないんだから。だからこんなことを口に出して言うのはこれが最初で最後だから。だからお願い、私がユウを好きなのと同じくらい私のことを愛してよ。私のことを見て、私だけを見て愛してるって言ってよ。
Pushed my voice to its limits and shouted. Hot somethings blurred my vision. All the while, a single figure ran up onto the stage. It was the one and only person in the whole world. Person that was irreplaceable to me. It was you. So I kept you waiting. Actually, this one, like, I could kind of obscure the fucking microphone with the part number. People would be confused. Good now, but rushed to her side when I heard Hibiki's cries.
ここで 九段の彼氏遠野優さんの登場っす。小日向先輩のシャウト聞いてたっすよね。
Yeah, of course. You cranked up the volume just for Hibiki. Everyone heard it all across the venue.
さて何のことっすかね。
This woman was a fiend by nature. Hibiki was crying her eyes out on stage. She really was easily
小
moved to
日向
tears.
響さんの心の叫び、青春シャウトを聞いてたってことで、彼女さんにここまで言わせておいてだんまりはないっすよ。何か返してあげなきゃいけないんじゃないっすか。会場の皆さんもそう思うっすよね。
もちろんだ
ということで、遠野優さん、恋人の響さんに何か言いたいことがあればどうぞステージにお上がりください。
The audience cheered and jeered to get up there and do it. You set me up good, EGD.
まあいいじゃないっすか。先輩も一緒に青春しましょうよ。
It ticked me off how amused she sounded, but couldn't back down. No matter what happened, I couldn't afford to run away. She got me over a barrel here. It didn't fit my personality, but I had no choice but to do, and if I didn't reciprocate Hibiki's feelings now, I knew I would regret it for the rest of my life. Even if God might forgive me, that was the one thing I wouldn't forgive of myself. I think the entire fucking audience wouldn't forgive you, actually. Like, forget God, you'll have an angry mob. Embraced myself and got up on stage.
遠野優さん、どうぞ。
Ducked a mind from Ejiti and gazed at Hibiki's misty eyes. First and foremost, I'm so sorry. Thought I understood how you felt, Hibiki. I've watched you ever since elementary school, but if you've known once complained, and was a confident, stubborn, and self-assertive girl who did what she wanted to do no matter what. You were gonna make everything a contest, can't be brash when you lose, and take up any challenge until you win. Thought of you as extremely competitive, but that's not all you are, No one is strong all the time after all. You wanted to be a strong, reliable person for me to make up for my shortcomings, right? You were trying to be a hero for me, weren't you? You did all that for me, yet I never noticed. I was convinced you were a strong person from the start, so I turned a blind eye to it. Not quite frankly, this should not be the speech. Tell her that she's a fucking idiot for constantly trying to force that when he literally, as a child, said that he would become a person to protect her. Like, yes, just making it one side from his side isn't going to solve it. Meet in the fucking middle, bitch. I got that somewhere along the way, but I didn't act on it until today, until you voiced your complaints to me. So I'm such a hopeless guy, that's why I'll apologize. To apologize, I'll tell them what I've been thinking about you right here and now. This will be the first and last time I say something so embarrassing, okay? Listen very closely. Took a deep breath and raised my voice as loud as it could go. We out to Hibiki, I love you more than anyone else in the world. On a Scott Giga chat, he just tosses aside the mic and just yells normally. Like, if I use this mic, y'all are gonna lose your fucking eardrums. I don't need this shit. Fucking watch me. Loudred is gonna sound like a whisper. Drives the schools to come here from me. You even created the club to drag me out of my seclusion. You're good-natured, as good-natured of a person as they come. Really not. But thank you so much for going to such lengths for a guy like me, Hibiki. You know, this girl, Hibiki, climbs all the way up to the hill to my house practically every day because she wants to see me. She doesn't complain, not even once, even in this stinking heat. When I was bedridden with a cold, she rushed over to see me on the same day. I've never gone to visit her even once, and even I think I'm a truly lost cause. So much so that a girl as wonderful is wasted on me. Despite it all, thank you so much for loving someone like me, Hibiki. In the middle of our date, a bunch of guys started hitting on her. Called those guys out and they made fun of me, calling me scrawny and whatnot. And when they did, Hibiki majorly lost her temper. She said something in front of a huge group of people. She said I was the best boyfriend, hundreds, thousands of times better than those guys. Hibiki said it loud enough that everyone knew that no man could compare to me. Hey, could there be any greater girlfriend than her? I'm truly happy that you have such a high opinion of me. Thank you, Hibiki. Hibiki, I love you. Love you more than anyone in the world. Never wanted to make a girl other than you my girlfriend. You're the only one who's special to me. Vicky, from now on, I'll tell you I love you every day. Come see you every day. I'll treasure you. I'll tell you you're my number one as many times as it takes for you to not feel insecure. And that's why, Vicky, I have a quest with you too. You know, Hibiki, you hold back too much. When you feel uneasy, tell me. When you're hurt, rely on me more. When you're on a loss, depend on me more. I was really unreliable when I was younger, but look at how much I've grown. So listen, don't carry everything by yourself. Let me support you too. I can't support you just like you supported me. You're the most important person in the world to me, the person I love most. I want to support you through it all. Put all my feelings into my battle cry. I'm not gonna scream any of this. I'll snap. The excitement in the venue had reached a climax with cheers coming from all directions.
それじゃあ締めに自分からお二人に質問をして終わりにしたいと思うっす。
You're just gonna fucking ask when's the wedding.
お二人ともそれでいいっすか？
Oh, yeah, sure, it's fine. Anyways, that was the question you wanted to ask, so we'll be going now. shouldn't have formulated that line as a question. Sure. What's the
それ
question?
では遠野優くん、小日向響ちゃん、ここに並んで誓いの儀式を始めます。
That's not a question. Let's take it back. Let's get me. Well, we had done
二
that
人は
thing.
いい時も悪い時も
Yeah, she is 100% like a weird, like reincarnated form of the fucking Shrine Maiden. However that fucking works. You know, like those isekais where they just kind of like pop up in the world as like a fucking 17-year-old fucking girl or guy. It's that.
やめる時も死が二人を分かつまで
I shared a look with Hibiki before I
寄
could
り添う
have
こと
any
を
doubts.
誓いますか？はい、誓います。
Hibiki answered with a bright white smile, almost like how she
遠
looked back
野
then.
先輩は
I faltered. What should I do? This wasn't terribly
Hello.
embarrassing.
黙ってないで質問に答えてほしいんすけど、愛し合い寄り添うことを誓いますか？
People booed from across the venue.
何よこのバカ言う。大一番の舞台でくらいビシッと決めなさいよね。そうっすよ。どんだけヘタレなんすか。もうあんたって人はもう小学生の頃から全然変わってないじゃない。
As she said it, Hibiki laughed with tears in her
本当
eyes.
にしょうがないわね。ユウがそんなんじゃ甘えたくても甘えられないでしょ。
Come on, I'm sorry. Let me try one more time.
続きは楽屋でどうぞっす。ということで青春部主催青春シャウトでした。
Like so, the Kazubi Festival and Youth Shout-Off came to a grand finale amid excited cheers and applause from the entire audience.
疲れた。
Big and I were both exhausted and we fell flat over in a heavy heap. We were tasked with dismantling everything following the official end of the Kazumi Festival. It was finally over. You were putting up a strong front this whole time, weren't you?
当たり前でしょ。私だって普通の女の子なんだからね。
No, you're not ordinary.
あんたね、そういうこと言うとまた泣くわよ。
Could you roll off on that at least until tomorrow?
そうね。今はもう泣く元気ないかも。
The other youth collective members were practically lifeless husks themselves, and we sent them home ahead of us. When I checked the clock, it was around 9 p.m., not 6. Alright, let's lock up the club room and head home ourselves.
そうね。
Despite what you said, Hibiki showed no signs of standing. What's up?
なんか物足りないなって。
Hey, what could we have possibly missed after putting on such an elaborate festival? How much youth do you have to enjoy before you're satisfied? How much do you have to add before you're satisfied?
違うってば、そういうのじゃなくて。ほら、わかるでしょ？
Yeah, we get it. No, not at all.
愛が足りないの。愛が。
ほら、青春シャウトで好きとか愛してるとかいっぱい言ってくれたでしょ。だから足りないわけ。
Do you want me to yell all that stuff again?
本当にもう、ユウはニブチンなんだから、ユウと触れ合いたいの。簡単に言えばムラムラしてるの。ユウとエッチなことしたいの。
Really? How much energy do you have exactly? Truthfully, I was exhausted. The legs and nips attacked nearly all they could handle, but...
ユウが言ってくれたこと確かめたいの。愛してるって言うなら愛してよ。私の全部を。ダメ？
We can't do it tomorrow?
さっきユウ甘えていいって言ったじゃない。甘えさせてよ。甘々にしてよ。
You played that card, huh? Couldn't possibly turn her down now. Must have managed an approach to Beaky. You didn't know! I won't be able to go easy on you.
いっぱい愛して。
Oh yeah, they're just getting right into it. See you after the H scene. Alright, they're done. Fucking... she did instantly fall asleep after they got done. Ah, brutal. As soon as she finished having sex, Hibiki fell soundly asleep. Gently poked her cheek, but she must have been too tired and showed no signs of waking up. Left with no choice, I cleaned her up with tissues, dressed her, and had walked this far with her on my back. Damn it, she's heavy. I'd pushed past my physical limits and my body was screaming all over. Yes, I'm right here. Man, we have trash and clean up duty on campus tomorrow. School was starting back up again the day after tomorrow. For that, we would be taking part of in a major campus-wide cleanup with everyone from the youth collective.
You, 大好き。
Biggie was snoozing blissfully away against my back. I guess it's been about a week now. She'd been banned from coming by my place, so I could focus on preparing for the Cosmic Festival. Worked really hard, Hibiki. I'm plagued with the same thoughts as the Cosmic Festival. Hibiki, I love you. I'll make sure to say it out loud from now on. I wanted her to feel uneasy ever again.
これからも私はずっとヒーローだからね。
Hibiki mumbled that softly in her sleep. Hibiki, I don't need a hero anymore. You're always thinking of me and encouraging me to do better. Even so, I assumed you were being egotistical. Without playing along and accepting her whims was my way of spoiling her, but I was wrong. You can keep being a hero if you want to. At the end of the day, you're just an ordinary girl when we're together. Hibiki man can be there to help other people in need. Whenever you're with me, I'd like you to be Queen out the Hibiki. Otherwise, I won't be able to help you, will I? Hibiki's warm breath tickled the nape of my neck as she slept. Felt so comfortable. Try even harder. I'll become someone you can have confidence in, someone you can rely on. I guess I was waiting for it to like zoom out a bit, but apparently it won't. Lean on me when you're tired, and you can come to me when you're in trouble. Depend on me more. Hibiki giggled quietly. Are you awake?
どうかな。
More versions. She nuzzled up closer
ユウ
to
は
me.
ね、ちょっと勘違いしてるかも。ユウの言った通り、私は勝ち気で頑固で負けず嫌いなの。それも本当の私。だから使命感とか義務感とか、そういう気持ちだけでヒーローをやってたわけじゃない。もともとそういう人間だから、性に合ってるからやってた。小日向響はヒーローだし、一人の女の子だからね。できれば、どっちの私も愛してほしいな。
No, you can't be awfully needy when you're being a hero.
ああ、ひどい。愛してくれないの？
No, I do love you. Your strong side and your weak side, I love both.
ありがとう。
So listen, whine a little more often.
頑張る。
You need to put in an effort to whine. You're a troublesome person.
そうね。
You both smiled. Also, let's save stuff like this for when we're alone going forward. I don't want to repeat the youth shout-off.
私はみんなの前でユウに愛してるって言ってほしいな。
Please spare me, I'm begging you.
それはユウ次第ね。 普段から私にいっぱい愛してるって言って満足させてくれれば大丈夫よ。
Alright, got you. I'll tell you I love you every day.
ならよし。
Let's assume so. If you're awake, then I'm setting it down.
やだ、今日はユウに甘えさせてもらうんだからね。いいでしょ、ユウ。
Fine. Couldn't turn it down when she put it that way.
楽ちん楽ちん。さあ、ユウん家に帰ったら愛の再確認よ。
You're kidding, right? Doesn't she wanted even more sex after this?
ねえ、ユウ、甘えさせてよ。
Hey, you're clearly using that as a pretext to get me to do what you say.
バレた？
You're something else. Hey, get off of me. Get off!
危ないってば。
Tried to shake her off, but Hibiki clung to me tightly.
大好きよ。
Oh, what was the name? Cheap Trick. Like, all I imagine is, like, that clip of Rohan Kishibe trying to shake off Cheap Trick in his garden. But it's fucking Hibiki clinging to Yu's back. Yeah, let me do, Hibiki. All tangled together in a tight embrace, we smile together under the night sky. I knew it wasn't worth it to continue recording yesterday.
学園に行くわよ。
Summer vacation was... You continue to fucking disappoint me, writers. Literally only fucking route that has done... The only two routes that has done even remotely what I want is like a failed execution of it in Nagiko's route and an actually good execution of it in fucking Ritsu's route of all fucking routes. All the others are... In this case, it is literally 2 days later! Okay, now I can just say, like, we are done with the route essentially now. We only have the after credit scene left. Hibiki route is only slightly better than Nagiko route at maximum. But thus far, big fucking no from me, dog. Like, this is the route I was looking forward to. Before I started playing the game, because like it felt like this was gonna be like the main route. Like, then people hyped up the route as well for me, and it's just like, wow, it's mediocre. To me, at least. Hijiri better be fucking good. For this entire game, in the grand scheme of things, will have been a fucking disappointment to me. Like how far they fell after fucking Kinkoi, like, essentially. Summer vacation was over, classes were now back in session.
潮風が気持ちいいわね。
Not gonna give that skateboard a break even at the start of the new term, huh?
相変わらずだね、響ちゃんは。当たり前でしょ。私イコールスケボーっていう認知を世界に広めていくつもり。
What's the point of that? Even decided we were overtaking other students from our academy.
ねえねえ、あの人たちって噂の青春部の人じゃない？
We could hear people whisper off behind us.
よしよし。風見フェスのおかげで青春部の認知度も上がったみたいね。きっと入部希望者がじゃんじゃん来るわよ。
Please spare me.
おい、あれ見ろよ。ああ、知ってる。青春シャウトの二人だろ。熱々だよな。みんなの前で愛してるだぜ。よくやるよな、ほんとさ。
I tried to keep my embarrassment in check when walking through the front school gate.
ねえねえ、噂になってるわよ、ユ
And why, Hibiki, do you sound so happy about that?
ウ。だって私とユウのラブをみんなが知ってるのよ。これってすごいことじゃない？いやー、照れちゃうな。
This goes past embarrassing and straight to brutal.
あ、見てよ。あの人が当のユウでしょ？
そうそう、俺に甘えてくれよ、頼ってくれよっていう。あの二人、うちのクラスだからね。
しかも最後に結婚を誓い合ったって、本当？
間違いないわよ。
元から仲は良かったけど、もはや夫婦よね。
結婚おめでとう、響ちゃん。
ありがとう。
This is too much. I want to die right here and now.
でさ、ユウが言ったんだよ。
Don't fucking finish that sentence.
だからさ、一人でお
Shut,
前が俺を
shut the fuck, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck it. I smacked Shinji upside the head with my shoe for giving that speech.
何すんだよ。
That's what I want to know, you idiot. Why are you telling people about that? Super embarrassing. Repeating everything I said word for word.
いや、そう言うけどさ、お前らのこと学園中の噂になってるからな。
Are you serious? A lot of students from our school attended the festival. I'd expected some rumors to spread following the event,
おは
but...
ようございます、トーナくん。
Save me, Kashima! Erase me from everyone's memories!
そんなことができたら世界一のマジシャンになれますよ。
Crap, what was the fastest way to get people to stop talking
ほら
about
見
it?
て、これがその時の動画よ。ああ、響ちゃん泣いてる。
Two girls seated behind us were watching a video on their cell phone. In the video, Hibiki and I were on the stage. Hey, where'd you get that video?
青春部が公開してるデータ見てるだけだよ。
The Youth Collective released it.
あ、そういえば柊さんが撮った録画データをネット上で共有したって聖さんが言ってましたね。
We're going to murder Hijiri. There will be no Hijiri-Route. We're going to murder her. That dark type nasty woman did it! She was going to pay for this! Come on, this is too brutal to possibly be a joke.
いいじゃない別に。
How are you okay with this? Don't you think it's embarrassing?
そりゃ今は恥ずかしいって思うけど、でも大丈夫。バカなことやって恥ずかしいことをいろいろぶちまけてさ、そういうのって時が過ぎればきっといい思い出になると思うんだ。
Biggie looked out the window, following the sprawling azure sky.
この夏のことは一生忘れない。みんなでいろいろやってすっごく楽しかった。この記憶は大人になってもきっとずーっと私の中で残り続けると思う。それってさ、最高だと思わない？
Biggie.
今年の夏はもうすぐ終わっちゃうけど、来年も再来年もいっぱい楽しいことしましょう。夏だけじゃない。秋も冬も春も私と一緒に目いっぱい青春するの。そう考えればワクワクしてこない？
Yeah, I guess so. Couldn't help but grin at Biggie, who didn't seem the least bit discouraged. My girlfriend's the most positive person I knew. I've become someone who matched her well.
ところで響さん、夏休み青春リストなんですけど。ああ、そうよ。何か忘れてると思った。
That was the thing, yeah.
まだキャンプと虫取りが消化できてないのよね。今度の連休を使って消化しましょ
Buck catching never made it onto the list in the first place.
う。なんでよ、虫取りやりたい。それ以外にもう一つ 消化できてないものがあったんですけど。あれ、そうだっけ。
What was it?
お前らな、俺の提案したやつがあっただろ。
Shinji suggested.
あ、
Both Big and I went pale simultaneously. Shinji's suggestion was do our homework together as a group.
ねえ、ゆう。
What is it?
あんた、夏休みの宿題やった？
No. Shinji, did you?
俺は風見フェスの準備中に終わらせてあるぜ。
私も終わらせてます。私は終わらせてないわよ。
Me either! Every day with Big has been such a whirlwind that it completely slipped my mind.
おい、まずいぞ。夏休みの宿題は成績に影響するって前に言ったよな。
My scholarship student qualification! This might be beyond saving.
こうなったら逃げるわよ。ゆう。
Huh? What good will running away do?
今日は風邪で欠席ってことにして、明日までに宿題を全部終わらせるの。そうと決まれば先生に見つからないようダッシュ。
Biggie pulled it out of the classroom at lightning speed. Oh, hey, wait! Biggie and I ran back down the path we came as hard as we could.
楽しいわね、ゆう。
There's nothing fun about this! These things always happen when I'm around you!
そうよ、これが青春よ。
No, it's stupidity!
私と一緒なら何でも青春になっちゃうんだから。そう考えたら最高でしょ。
Oh, she was something else. Ah, man! It's great, I hate it, damn it. And the rays of the summer sun amidst the resounding roar of the ocean waves, I ran down this path with the best girlfriend in the whole world.
Kakenuke Seishun, Sparking.
And there she is. El Creatura. Yeah, I did not really like that route. Maybe because I just straight up started. Like, the game started, I didn't like the character. The game went on towards like the middle of Common Route. I started to essentially have a better opinion and kind of get around on the character. Then other routes happened, and overall she tended to be a very positive character in the other routes. Then her route happened, and I hate her again. Hibiki is a side character, given a main route to me. Like, playing her route only managed to make me think what I think of Miyako from Majikoi, even though I never played her route. Because like Miyako 100% feels like feels like she is just straight up more entertaining as a side character than as like a romanceable main girl. And that's what I feel about Hibiki. That's what I fucking feel about Hibiki. Like, giving her a route made her worse again. That either means they really fucked up the route, or her character was just never gonna work. So yeah, I'm mad. Next time, Mijiri. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. See you next time. Bye-bye.